Yeah, pretty much. So just because you're not on call, officially like on call, you have to be available because, and that's where it's important to carefully select your next detective. How available are they going to be when they're not on call? You know what I mean? Are they going to be willing to come out and help you at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning when it's like freezing cold out, and not come up with excuses as to, why they can't come out, or simply not even answer their phone. The team we have right now, we're a solid team. When I got called out to that incident involving that teenager, everybody came out. And everybody took a big chunk of that investigation. When I had the shooting at the Crown Motel, other investigators came out to help me. And throughout the investigation, other investigators have put in just as much as work as I have. And I'll show you some of these cases. So the criteria is, I think one of the biggest ones is availability and that teamwork concept. And another one is what does a new detective bring to the division? Like, what are they good at? Me, I've been known to do good interviews and to document detailed reports. We have another detective that is good with technology. When it comes to downloading surveillance video or running forensic analysis like on cell phones and computers, he's really good at it. We have another detective that's good with search warrants. He could knock them out like really quick. We have another detective that he's just good with like street, like intel.
Not to 459 West Main.
And he knows a lot of people. So I've had pictures of suspects where I'm like, who the heck is that? And I can't really figure it out. This guy will come in, oh, that's so-and-so. And then he'll look up the information in the computer. Oh, he was just contacted in that area by officer and he was wearing the same thing type of thing. And I'm like, I didn't even notice that, And so everybody has an area of what they're good at. So you compile all that together and you kind of have like a little dream team type of unit, right?
Yeah.
So we just selected another detective to join the bureau. He's a solid pick. He's real teamwork oriented. He's experienced. He's dedicated. And ultimately it's the chief of police who picks the detective, but it's not done without the input of the investigators that are already inside the unit. It's not as easy as some people might think. Just imagine always going to court, always getting phone calls on your days off from either the district attorney's office, victims, other agents from other agencies, social workers. I mean, you just name it, all day long. Court. Going to court and being on the stand for 6 to 8 hours at a time because you're testifying as to what happened on a certain serious call. just being on call alone is pretty stressful. I'm always thinking at night. I don't really, and not just me. You could talk to some of the other detectives. When you're on call, I mean, it's hard to really relax and get a good night's rest because you're always thinking that you're gonna get called. Especially if you hear a certain ringtone of a phone, just brings back, that mindset like, oh, I'm getting called by dispatch, or, you check your phone right away. Or I've been at Costco or I've been at Walmart where I hear, somebody's phone ring, and it's that certain ringtone that I always hear when dispatch calls or a supervisor calls, and it just kind of takes me back to those phone calls at 2:30 in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning.
And then the case tied to it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So it's exciting. It has its perks.